don't know me, new faces. I've been out of here for the past 2 years, very sadly. I had no choice to make that decision, but I had to make that decision for the sake of saving my children's education because of the unfair decisions that the board had made by letting go of Mr. Dikranian. I'm not coming here to speak of family right now, but I have to tell you how I feel because there has never been closure from my end. When I'm a first graduating student from here, 1990, first graduating class. There were only 12 of us. And when I graduated 8th grade, we were going to go to 9th grade. The school didn't have high school. So my late father, who was a board member for 27 years at Arshag Dikranian, Dr. Tekeyan, when he heard this news, because he was such a passionate Armenian person, he made sure to sit down with the board, collect money from wherever he could bring, to make sure that those 12 kids stay here to graduate from the school. I am here today. I've only come back one or two times. I don't know. I was having anxiety before this because I left in a very sad way. And believe me, the decision I made to go to Alekpilikos was not very easy for me because all the other parents who joined me, we all cried the first day when we walked into that school because that was very hard for us to walk into another Armenian school where we had no emotional connections. But that was a choice I had to make because I could not be here anymore. So by collecting funds from here and there, my father, along with all of the other family members of my class, the parents, Tekeyan is here too and he could vouch for that. Right, Harut? Your parents were in that too. They collected money. We didn't have classrooms. They brought trailers. Our classrooms were inside the trailers for 2 or 3 years until they moved us up to the corner on top of the cafeteria was on the other side where the preschool is now. But we made it and we graduated. And people from my class ended up going to law school. They became college professors. They became medical doctors who are very well known in the community. I'm not going to name names now. You guys all know who they are. That's irrelevant. But my point is that my dad and my uncle have done a lot for the school, and I've done my fair share too by being part of the PTA, working very odd hours along with other members of the PTA myself. But I received an email today going back to, the dean who spoke, who was telling us about the archdiocese stepping in. My uncle sent me an email today that he wrote to the president and the board members of the TCA board of directors, from which there are no representatives today. I don't know. I have known, I'm going to read you the email because he wants some answers. I have known some of you for a long time, and I met a few of you lately regarding Arshag Dikranian school. The more I know, the more I get confused. Every time I talk to someone, it sounds like they don't know what is going on or what the other person is saying. It's kind of like the broken telephone game we used to play in our childhood, when someone said something until it got to the last player and it was a completely different story. Please get together with your board members, discuss your options. You have made a decision, please tell us openly. You know, don't hide it anymore. Put it out in the open. If you have done that, please let us know. Not too much is left until April 24. If you close the school, there will be 150 more orphans of genocide. Now is the time to think again about your Armenian children and your community. If Tekeyan gets richer, even by $50 million, I don't know what the building is worth if we're going to sell it, what's the point if that money is not going to be used toward a good cause? I don't think there is a better cause to spend the money for than in an Armenian school in the diaspora. Every time we come up with a plausible, possible, and reasonable solution, Tekeyan can offer no real answers to our solutions. Why is that? It sounds that you are ignoring or you are neglecting the community, the children, and all of our family members. An Armenian school is the most important thing we need. We have to establish more, not shut down the existing ones. It is in our opinion that the best course of action is to consider the diocese offer, which will be the most beneficial to the school, Tekeyan's dignity and the children entrusted to the school by their families. If there are any questions about the offer, please you can clarify, if need be, with Archbishop Tekeyan or myself, Tekeyan. We are already late. By the time you make your decision, no students will be left in the school because they're already registering in other schools. I really can't figure out this. It's been it's being done. If it is being done purposefully, or is this just happening out of I don't know, he doesn't know. Respectfully yours, Tekeyan. He's forwarded me this afternoon, and I don't think he's received a response because we're playing, kindergarten games because nobody. The offer, from what I know, is that Archbishop and Diocese has offered, I don't know who they're talking to in the central board probably, certain amount of money to keep the school from not shutting down, but they need to clarify because they were supposed to have a meeting, or they have had a meeting, I'm not sure, and come back with a solution. So that much I know, but this email doesn't have an answer yet. So we're waiting. Yes?
I have a question for that.
Go ahead.
Are we going to get an answer to the question?
Later. Later.
Are they writing it down?
Yes.
Okay, my question is
Sure, okay, thanks.
If you have a counter offer, why do you have a set date to shut the school down?
Because you're not taking the offer.
They're not taking the offer, for all I know, because I don't know if the decision was that they can't take the counter offer or they must take the counter offer, but Archbishop, from what I know, said that they cannot take the counter offer. And from what I have heard, I don't know if it's true, that it's already listed.
Զգացական բաժինը թողնենք մէկդի գործնական հարց դպրոցի շենքը ծախվել է թե չէ նախ այս պատասխանը ստանալ ներողություն այս պատասխանը որից հետո երկրորդ հարցը բորդը եւ Tekeyan մշակութային միության տնօրենների խորհուրդը